Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back for another Walking Dead video. Today I want to talk about Dead City Season 2 as we should see it here in the next few months, and just talking about what we can expect from this next season. Hopefully we can expect it to be better than the second season of Daryl Dixon, because it feels like, to me anyways, they took that second season and really just did away with anything that had to do with the first season, building up these characters that we ended up really liking and everything, and then just doing away with it. And then because it's moving to a different location, it's a completely different story. And so we're just kind of restarting it once again because Carol is being reintroduced back into the series versus Dead City, who I think could stand a better chance of giving us a better second season. And I really just wanted to talk about what could we expect? Could we expect any hype for this season? Could we expect any cameos for this season? I'm really hoping so, and I'm going to discuss what I think one leaked picture from the season 2 filming could indicate in that sense, where we had a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of leaked pictures from when they were filming. We got the early leak or early reveal that we were going to see Negan wielding a new Lucille, and we did get some kind of clarification or just some context within that trailer that we got from Comic-Con last year, where we saw that everything may not be as it seems when it comes to Negan stepping up to the plate again, kind of taking on parts of his old persona and wielding a new Lucille, or if he's even going to call it Lucille again, but wielding a new barbed wire laced baseball bat, what that really is going to mean for his character, and how will he deal with probably the emotional and just mental baggage that comes with that, because we saw in the trailer where he is still being kind of kept prisoner in a sense, but we see him going back into the cell or whatever, and he takes that Lucille and he throws it against the wall as to say that he's not 100% on board with whatever plans they've got for him, and he's just not 100% on board with doing this, being this guy again. And I think there's just a lot more going on than we realize. And the picture I really wanted to talk about, and I did a video about this way back, and I will link it if you want to see more about set photo leaks and whatnot. But this particular picture, it opened up a lot of doors of possibility. And with this next season, just what they're planning on maybe kind of putting in there to get us excited about this franchise again. Because if you're kind of on the same page as me, the franchise is not what it used to be. It doesn't hold the same excitement it did. It doesn't have those big shock factors or those big reveals and everything. We had The Ones Who Live, which was very good up until about that last episode. Then a lot of people complained that was very rushed, and that was the case. It was a very rushed, very hurry up and close this kind of story thing, where they could have done easily 3 or 4 more episodes and it just would have worked out better in the sense. We could have gotten a lot more story and a lot more depth and context to that story, and it would have honestly probably given a lot of people more closure and whatnot had we had the chance to have other characters in there and have more just all around family kind of reuniting moments, other than him being reunited with his children, which of course was a big kind of thing that wanted to do just to get him back home. But with them being in that empty field, and just it kind of took away from the feeling of him actually walking up to the gates of Alexandria, which could have easily been recreated in a studio or whatnot, because they still have that whole studio backlot where they've shot a lot of things, where the prison was and all that. But with that, going into Dead City Season 2, it's out there. We're waiting for it. We're supposed to get it here in the next few months. At this moment, it is scheduled for springtime release, but there is rumors, of course, that it could get pushed out until June of 2025. And it just shows you where Walking Dead lies as far as priority with AMC, because we can kind of tell over the years that priority, they've definitely been shuffled down the list. They're not as important as they used to be, because they don't bring in the fan base. They don't bring in the viewers that they once did, because a lot of people did walk away from this franchise and walked away from this brand. But with this upcoming season, and with them kind of bringing Negan back to kind of who he used to be, I don't think he's going to go 100% full Negan, just because of everything that comes with that. But we're seeing him being reintroduced into this leadership role, where he's going to lead these multiple gangs. He's going to bring all these gangs together. Then we got the character of Bruegel coming in, who's being played by a very famous actor, and just what that means as far as how far will they go, as far as will they introduce a lot of big groups, or will we get just a lot of smaller groups, or just where that all is going, in the sense of how much do they really want to include in this part of the Walking Dead franchise, and just where are they going with this story for this particular series, and just how far they plan on taking it. Because right now I don't think they really know. I don't think they have a clear plan in place of what they want to do with these shows, how far they want to take them, and just where it all is going to lead up to, because we all want to see closure. We all want to see Rick reunite with all these other characters, but I don't think that's on the table right now. But again, I get sidetracked talking about this picture that I had done a video for, and it kind of just it's pointing things in different directions. It could mean absolutely nothing. That's definitely a possibility. It could just be a giant coincidence, just similar things that are used between shows. But we had this picture leak out during the filming of season 2, where it's a tote that says FTWD season 8 props box 177. So Fear the Walking Dead props are being spotted on the filming of Dead City Season 2, but where that points, we just don't know yet. Now, it would be nice if there was this kind of reveal, if Dwight were to pop up, that he's been on a mission ever since he went back to the Alexandria, or to the place where the Savior outpost was, that this is where he kind of decides, once he gets back there and he recreates the sanctuary and he brings it back to life and he makes it a place, quote unquote, worthy of the name, that after he's accomplished this, he's decided, I'm going to go after the guy that started this all, who caused all these problems, who caused me such trauma, physically mutilated me and everything. I'm going to go after Negan. And this is kind of pointing in that direction. Will we see him pop up in Dead City Season 2? My gut says no. And they're just using props that are just needed for whatever reason from Fear the Walking Dead, and they just kind of mix and match or what have you. It would be great to see that. It would be great to see him or Sherry or just someone from that world kind of just pop up, even for a minor cameo, that we could see this character just being introduced or reintroduced, in a sense, to the Walking Dead world, and Negan being completely caught off guard. I think that would be really good for the show, and just kind of keep that ball rolling of the idea of, will they ever actually have a plan in place to close this completely, or at least close out all these characters, and maybe just continue on bringing in new characters, bringing in new stories, or maybe even trying once again to do a spin-off where we see the beginning of the apocalypse, but it doesn't get played out so quickly as it did with Fear, where it was 2 or 3 episodes of the fall of everything, and then it was just Walking Dead 2.0 and just set in a different area, where we could actually see civilization steadily crumble, society fall apart, structure fall apart, and just actually really give us the fall that we really wanted, the potential that Fear had, but just kind of wasted. And it was definitely lost after about that 3rd season, when it was kind of went through a soft reboot phase with different showrunners. But I'm really interested to hear what you guys have to say. Do you think these Fear the Walking Dead props mean anything? Could they point to a cameo? Could we see someone from Fear? More so Dwight, could we see him wander into New York looking for Negan because he hears that he's there, and he's there to confront him, to hunt him down, to make him pay for all the things that he did while he was the leader of the Saviors? Or is this just simply props that are being used in between these shows, and they don't really have any huge significance? But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I want to hear your thoughts. Please leave comments down below. If you did enjoy, leave those likes, and of course, consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it, and I will see you next time. So take care. Bye.